Welcome back to Business English with Martin. Today's episode digs into 5 silent money mistakes that many of us make in our lives, and more importantly, we can do about them starting right now. Okay, in this episode, I want to talk to you about something I've noticed in many young people, and in myself too. If I'm honest, over the years, talking with friends, listening to stories, even seeing what's happening on social media and in the street, I've realized that there are financial decisions that seems harmless, but over time they weigh on you. They are silent mistakes. No one tells you about them directly, but they are there, creeping in month after month, distant you from money and stability. Today I want to share 5 of the most common ones. Some I've experienced firsthand, others I learned from listening to people who are further along the path. And most importantly, I am also going to tell you how many of us are beginning to break off that cycle. Okay, I will mention these mistakes. The first mistake is spending as if you will always have enough. Okay? Like we see it in these days, many young people live with that idea that as long as the money comes in, everything is fine. But that leads us to live on the edge without real control. And I've heard many times that they say like, I don't earn that much, but I am not lacking anything. They say that, but until something unexpected happens and you realize that you were spending as if nothing was going to happen. And yeah, we see, for example, offers like consumers credit everywhere. And the payment seems harmless, but they pile up with the time. And yeah, and sometimes as a young, sometimes we spend out of for social pressure or habit, like lunches in the nights, outings, treats. And if you don't know how much you earn and how much you spend, basically it's like you are building a time bomb. Okay, there also once one friend told me that mm, they most of the time they didn't know where his money went. And he told me that basically that problem of money is the lack of control. And yes, we have other mistake. It's similar to the first one, but this is the betting on image before progress. Yeah, I've seen the same, like people buy a car on credit before they even have an emergency fund, or go into debt for an expensive laptop when they didn't even know if they be able to pay it off. All of these to maintain an image of success that deep down doesn't feel real. And yeah, and sometimes we confuse, right, that success is related with appearances, like designer clothes or with the best brands or expensive restaurants or the latest cell phone model. But really, but that success, between quotations, is often financed by stress and fees. And I think that the true luxury is, I think, is sleeping peacefully, really. That knowing that you own nothing and um, uh, thinking that you are doing the correct way, right? It's not what you have that makes you rich, honestly. It's what you can hold on to without fear. Okay, and we have the other classical mistake is not knowing how money works. Okay, so one thing I've learned from listening to young entrepreneurs in this is that if you don't understand how the financial system works, you're out of the game. Like having no credit history leaves you with no options for the future. Because if you don't have like it is, it's not very uh, secure, but if you don't have a credit history, maybe in the future you won't be able to access to, or for you will be more difficult to access for a loan or investing in something or starting a business. Yeah, but that building that history isn't complicated, really. Only with a timeline timeline payment could be enough. Okay, this we are going to talk more about in other episode. Also we have the system rewards those who demonstrate responsibility, not those who never ask for anything. It's basically that this mistake is about. So it's not about going into debt for fun of it, but rather it's showing that you know how to manage what you have. That's worth much than just pretending. Okay, and we have other mistake that is not putting your money to work. Okay, so we often think that saving is enough, but the truth is that the money we've saved is lost over time and in response to inflation. I've heard from people who've been saving for years, and then when they wanted to do something with it, they couldn't afford it anymore. Uh, so today's there are investments funds really. There are many options in the market. In banks, for example, you can have like you can easily open with a digital saving accounts or programmed saving accounts. So there are many options really. We have to only research about it. So you don't need to be a millionaire to get started. Only with just need intention and a little curiosity. And even if it's just a little, if you make it move, it grows. That money can grow over time. Okay, and we go to the next mistake. That it said that ignoring that your greatest asset is yourself. Okay, so we often think that money only moves through banks or businesses or external investments, but we ignore that the greatest financial asset we have is ourselves, our skills, knowledge, and ability to generate value. Not investing in that is a silent but serious financial mistake. And why? Because when we are young, we have and we have time, especially energy, internet access, and that if you use properly, that obviously all of this translate into better income in the future. Yes, if you don't improve your skills, you will have to settle for what you already know. that can leave you stagnant in your job or trapped in low wages. So nowadays there are free courses, accessible certifications, scholarships, workshops, boot camps. So the the worst financial mistake is not increasing basically your value as a person. Okay, now as a to finish this episode, so what you can start doing today? So I share all of this not like as someone who's already done everything right, but um, as someone who's learning from basically from others. I am trying to listening, trying, and even making mistakes. If you are going through the same process, I will share now the three simple things that many people, including me, are starting to apply. So one of the first I think is very important. The tip one is discover. Discover that your value zone, basically, because the thing is that you have to notice that what you are good at, what you are passionate about, and how that can be useful to others. Okay? So, to resume this, money follow courage, and courage is born of enthusiasm and perseverance. Okay? So, we have the tip two that is take control of your money, even if it's just a little at a time. So you don't need to be an accountant, but you do need to have an idea of how much you earn and how much you spend and where you spend it. It's very important this. So for this is important to have as a person a budget, and a small budget. And there is a key phrase that say that a budget isn't a cage, but it's a map, and a map that helps you avoid getting lost. And we have the tip three, that is make a flexible plan, but with realistic goals. Okay. This only is about to sit down and write down what do you want to accomplish in a certain period of time. It could be in 6 months, in a year. And it's not about having everything figured out, but rather moving with direction. And yeah, it's better done than perfect. We have to start small, but we have to do it now. Well, to finish this episode, now I know that all of this may sound for you maybe simple, even obvious, but the truth is that many of us don't apply it. Maybe you are just in time to make a change, or maybe you already started, but you lack the motivation to continue. Okay, has final message for this. I would like to know if you have any advice. Okay, to finish this, for those that just starting out, you can share it in the comments. If you really like this episode, if you enjoy it, I would like that you can subscribe, right? To receive more content like this. And yes, if you think that there are more financial mistakes we make without realizing, you can mention, or if did any of this happen to you that I didn't mention here, maybe you can tell me in the comments. And yes, maybe your experience will help someone else. We will hear. Okay, thanks for listening.